What is up, everybody? We are back for another episode of Guys Gotta Eat. Made possible by the Cult of Con. That's you guys. I'm Con Man, and thank you for being here. Today we're stopping off at a brand new place, a place we have not been to before on this channel. And what I'm talking about today is Firehouse Subs. So today we got a special sandwich. Check it out. I love these little boxes. Aren't they just the best? Perfect for a to-go sandwich. In this bag, first we'll start with what's in the side bag. We have a cup of famous Firehouse mac and cheese. And I didn't know that I was supposed to grab a spoon or spork or whatever they have there at the store. So I drove off to try and get away because it's just crazy over there. I needed to get somewhere quiet. I'm at the mall. It's not necessarily a quiet place, but I'm like kind of in the middle of the parking lot in the middle of nowhere. So hopefully we don't get any interruptions today. But this is going to be their famous mac and cheese. It's actually really good. I know I've had it before, but we'll talk about it today. But yeah, I forgot to get a fork, and it's just funny, you know. I was like, wait a minute. I'm pretty sure I have a fork in my console, and I so do. I'm prepared for this, man. I popped open the center console, and there was a fork in there. So I didn't know how clean it was. I poured some water on it and wiped it off with napkins. It looks good to me. It didn't seem like it was dirty, but we just freshened it up so that it's not going to be a problem for that. So we'll try out the mac and cheese in a moment here, but let's take a look at our sandwich. Today we got what's known as the Firehouse Hero. But of course, in recent times in life, we also got the pickle spear. Forgot about that. These are really good. I don't like pickles on a burger or on a sandwich. You guys will see that I usually take them off, but I think they're good. They're really good. I'll prove it. Really good. That crunch. One more. Since this is a show about eating. Anyway. Excellent. Actually, might as well just finish this thing, right? Proof that I enjoy pickles. Okay. So what we have today is a medium size, and trust me, you're crazy if you eat a large one of these by yourself. My goodness. It's like twice as big. It's like huge. I've had one before. Anyway, medium Firehouse. It's called a Firehouse Hero. And this sandwich is supposed to be turkey, roast beef, and ham. But in recent years, I've given up on the ham. I'm trying not to eat any pigs. There's a long story to it. It's not even about kosher. But maybe it is. I don't know. There's other things, tomatoes, onions, lettuce, mustard, mayo, all kinds of good things on here to enjoy. And without any further ado, why don't we bite into it and see what we got. Here, let me pull one of these halves out so you guys can get a look like, down the pipe, so to speak. Look at that. It's upside down. I'll hold it right side up. Look at that beautiful sandwich right there. Anyway, it's hard to tell how good it is, but it is a hot sandwich. The meats have been heated. The cheese is melty. Let's go ahead and give it a try. Firehouse Hero. Oh, yeah. Oh. Wow. You can really taste the deli mustard on that. That's totally like a necessary add-on. The way it cuts through those savory flavors like that with a little bit of stout tartness and zest. Holy moly. Let's have a couple others. Oh, yeah. Wow. That is so good, man. I gotta keep going. Let me get just like one more bite of that. That is so good. That is really hitting the spot right now. I finished my workout like 2 hours ago. Had a shake. But now it's time for some real food. Outstanding. All right. Let's do a little transition here. Today's drink. There is only Sprite. The Freestyle machine is available at the Firehouse location over here. I hope they are at every location. Apparently, this is a nationally franchised establishment, so you might be able to stop in and have this exact same sandwich in your own area. Totally crazy. So this is Sprite, but if you look close, it's a little bit weirdly colored. That's because the Freestyle machine lets you try different things. The last time I hit Freestyle, I found a pineapple Sprite, and we went with that. Today we're doing a 50-50 regular / cherry Sprite. So we're gonna see how it is. I usually don't go 100% on any of those mixes because it's just so strong. And I was already joking earlier that this smells like one of those like fluoride treatments from the dentist where it's like, well, what flavor do you want, mint or do you want cherry? And like a kid says, oh, cherry, that sounds better than boring old mint. And then you get the cherry one and it's like cough syrup and you have to hold it in your mouth for however long the treatment is. It's a long time, at least as far as I remember. I haven't been to the dentist in a while. Probably time for me to do that. Oh, Lord. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, I made the right call. Yep, 50-50 is where it's at on those. You can do 50-50 or less, but I think if you went for the full preset mixtures on that Freestyle, it would be too much. It'd be like, oh, it's too sweet. This tastes just mildly like, I don't know, Swedish fish or melted gummy worms. But it's mostly Sprite because I went 50-50, so that's the way to do it. You're really only getting a 1/4 mix with the cherry, so way better to do it that way. Okay, without any further ado, let's transition to the mac and cheese situation. Lettuce everywhere. All right, so like I said, I've had this before. I've had their mac and cheese before, but it looks absolutely delicious. It had some cheese on top, like shred cheese. I'm just giving it a little stir to get it mixed up. Look at that stuff though, gorgeous. Mac and cheese always looks like radioactive on my camera at first when you get up close to it because it reflects all that light. But yeah, mac and cheese, man, that's like, it's one of my favorite things. It's like, I feel like you can't do wrong by it, but I have had examples. I think the worst mac and cheese I ever had was one time when I went to Popeyes and I had earned some free stuff points. You know, like you get points, you get free items. And I ordered like the free side of mac and cheese and they gave me like this absolutely awful, like scuffed off the side of the pan, sat in the warmer all day, horrible thing. And it was like, how could you even give this to somebody? This is horrible. This is like a scum, it was like a slime in a tub. It was the worst thing I've ever seen. In fact, you may notice that I've never done a Popeyes review on here, and it's because I refused to spend money at Popeyes over it. Like, it was like a principle thing. I was like, that was wicked what they did. I'll never go to Popeyes. I changed my mind. You know what I mean? Maybe in a different city or in a different time. We'll see about it. But for now, let's stick with what we've got. The Firehouse Subs mac and cheese. Very beautiful. Let's go. That is just, wow, that is good. Yep, we're doing it right, 100%. Holy moly. All right. We're getting down to the wire. Let's talk business. The Firehouse Subs here is Firehouse Subs. The Firehouse Subs Hero Sandwich. Can I speak to the menu item itself? I feel like I've probably had it before with the original combination, but it's probably been a long time. Erasing the ham and adding extra roast beef does kind of change the dynamics of the sandwich because it's supposed to be kind of like a club where you get everything. But I think that you know, cutting the ham out is my preference at this point. I just don't like it. It's psychologically and flavor. It's just not my thing anymore. I've kind of grown away from ham. So adding extra roast beef is right on point because that's kind of what I was hoping for today was a roast beef sandwich. Add additional oven roasted turkey. It's adds a little bit of a different flavor combination there, and you get, you know, a good amount of meats on it. Obviously, beautiful sandwich, toasted beautifully. The texture of the bun is outstanding. The bread there, it's just a white bread, but it has a crispness to it, you know. Dropping lettuce. Tomato, onion, mustard, mayo, provolone cheese. Truly an outstanding sandwich. I have no complaints about it at all. I really can't. I'm trying to not just keep eating it. I want to finish. I gotta get to the video, right? That's super good. I'll be back. That sandwich is like screaming my name right now. But in addition to that, also this mac and cheese. If you've ever been to, like, you know, that most of them are closed these days since the old 2020 circumstance, but the hometown buffet always had really great mac and cheese. You know, I'm sure in other parts of the country, like Midwest and over back in the South and stuff, there's a little bit more of a heart for keeping businesses like that alive. Out here, it's kind of a weird, like, hippie hobo place. So certain kind of like old style places just aren't really around anymore. But the hometown buffet had the best mac, and this is like the same kind of variety. It's kind of like thicker noodle, kind of a more gooey sauce, and then they always top it with a shred cheese layer that melts down, and you get that good pull and everything. And so it's just delicious mac and cheese, delicious sandwich, and of course, no complaints at all about the Sprite. You know, there's only Sprite, as you know. But even making our own kind of weird modification, Sprite cherry. I know they have like a cherry lime that you can get in the store, so it's not too far off from this. Obviously, the flavor profile is a little different. This is like the mixed cherry syrup, so it's not quite the same as what you get in like a Sprite cherry lime. But in its own way, really good. No complaints about that either. Excellent. Now, what was it? 20 bucks, I think. I rounded up for our local firefighters. It was like 1946. Rounded up to 20 bucks, and then I also tipped the people too, but I don't count the tip as the cost. That's just kind of like the cost of doing business these days. 20 bucks for lunch. Nice big sandwich, big side of mac, big old drink. Really, I can't complain. It's kind of like you get what you pay for, and in this case, you definitely do, and the value is there. For 20 bucks, it's a full cost lunch, I'd say. You can definitely spend more, but you can definitely do better. So we're right in the middle there on the cost, but as far as the quality goes, I wouldn't spend too much more money. I don't think you could do much better than this. Absolutely outstanding sandwich, made fresh, delicious mac and cheese, and of course, washing it down with the delicious cherry Sprite. So with all that being said, guys, I'm going to go ahead and give the Firehouse Subs a 9.0 out of 10 and say you definitely got my recommendation. I will be back, right? Firehouse Subs killed it today, and I can't wait to get back to that. But before we go, I just want to take a moment to say a special thanks to all of our wonderful supporters over on patreon.com/thecultofcon. Thanks you guys so much for helping to make this possible, and you know, all the other shows that we do on this channel. So you guys are the best. Thank you so much for being here for another episode of Guys Gotta Eat. We will see you all in the next one. Take it easy.